The words spill out of me like a confession, a dam finally breaking after years of pressure building behind it. It's as if my soul has been waiting for this moment, aching for release, desperate to be heard. I never realized how much pain I had been carrying until I began to speak, and now that I've begun, I can't stop. These words, once trapped in silence, now pour out with raw, uncontrollable urgency. For so long, I wore a smile that didn't quite reach my eyes. I mastered the art of pretending, convincing the world that I was fine, when in truth, I was anything but. My heart was heavy with emotions I didn't understand, and my mind was a battlefield of denial and hope. I carried my feelings for you like a hidden wound, concealed behind laughter, routine, and small talk. I was a performer in my own life, reciting lines that made others comfortable while I quietly fell apart inside. There were countless nights when I laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, wishing I had said something, anything. My silence was a shield I clung to, not out of strength, but fear. I feared that if I exposed my true emotions, you'd run. I feared the truth would change everything, and so I buried it deep, convincing myself that you were better off not knowing. But tonight, something shifted. Maybe it was the way the moonlight touched your face or the ache of time slipping by unacknowledged. Maybe it was simply that I couldn't take it anymore, the weight, the loneliness, the regret. Whatever it was, it broke me open. And now, here I am, bearing the most vulnerable parts of my soul, trembling under the weight of this long overdue truth. I've been living with contradictions. I longed for you while pushing you away. I wanted to be seen, yet hid in the shadows of what was easy. I nodded when I should have objected, smiled when I should have cried, and stayed silent when I should have screamed. I was so afraid of rocking the boat that I let myself drown. The truth is, I was terrified. Terrified of being left behind, of becoming a chapter in your story rather than a part of the whole book. I thought that by suppressing my feelings, I could maintain what we had, no matter how superficial it had become. But in that quest for false peace, I lost something irreplaceable, myself. I can't help but wonder now, was it worth it? Was preserving the illusion of closeness worth sacrificing authenticity? Was having you, barely, distantly, better than risking everything for the chance of having you fully? These questions haunt me, carving holes in my heart that only the truth can fill. I've replayed our memories like a song stuck on repeat, trying to decipher what was real and what I imagined. If I had said what I felt when it mattered, would it have changed anything? If I had let you see how deeply I loved you, would you have stayed? Or was our fate sealed not by silence, but by something I never saw coming? The silence between us, once my safety net, now feels like the very thing that tore us apart. It grew until it became a canyon I didn't know how to cross. It wasn't just the absence of words, it was the absence of understanding, of emotional connection, of honesty. I should have told you. I should have looked into your eyes and said, "You matter more to me than you'll ever know." I should have fought for us, instead of surrendering to fear. I should have let my heart speak, even if my voice shook. I see that now, too late. And yet, I need to say this now, even if you've moved on, even if it doesn't change anything. I need you to hear the words that have been trapped inside me for too long. I should have never let you go. The fear of rejection may have silenced me then, but I refuse to let it rule me now. I speak, my voice trembling, each word weighted with the sorrow of what-ifs. And then, your voice cuts through the stillness with a single question. Why now? It's not just a question, it's a wound, a mirror, and a lifeline. I swallow hard. Because I was scared, I admit. Because I didn't know how to be vulnerable without falling apart. Because I thought I had more time, and then I blinked, and it was gone. My voice cracks. Because I finally realized that silence never protected me. It only made me lonely. You say nothing, but I see the conflict behind your eyes. You're processing, remembering, maybe even hurting. And I have no right to ask you for anything, not forgiveness, not hope, not love. But still, I hold on. To the tiniest, flickering possibility that maybe there's still something left. I watch you as the silence stretches, filled with meaning this time. And then, I see it. A gentle smile, hesitant but real. Let's try, you say softly. My heart stumbles, disbelieving. But those two words, simple and profound, hold the promise of redemption, of something real. The air shifts. The heaviness lifts. The walls crumble. I realize that healing doesn't come from pretending the past didn't happen, it comes from facing it together. This time, I won't retreat. I won't let fear dictate my choices. I'll show up, every day, in all my messy imperfection. I begin to change, not for you, but for us. I stop hiding behind messages and start calling just to hear your voice. I ask how your day was and actually listen. I learn the difference between fixing and supporting. Honesty becomes our habit. And love, real, imperfect, resilient love, becomes our foundation. We grow. Slowly. Steadily. We laugh again. We make new memories. We rediscover each other in ways we never expected. And one night, as we sit in the soft glow of a quiet evening, I reach for your hand and you don't pull away. Instead, you hold it tighter. I love you, I say, not for the first time, but like it's the first time I truly mean it. You smile and lean your head on my shoulder. I know, you whisper. That moment, simple and still, becomes everything. Because I know now that love isn't a grand performance. It's the quiet decision to keep showing up. To be real. To say the words that matter before it's too late. And for the first time in a long time, I believe we're going to be okay. Not perfect. Not without challenges. But okay. In the most beautiful,